but what happened at Chapel Hill, does that just reinforce that with your team? And how happy were you that they did play all 90 minutes?
Oh, amazing. Tell you what, the range of emotions from being ahead 2-1, right, and trying to find a way to get out with 3 points, to all of a sudden being down 3-2. Um, I said this, a variation of this to our team afterwards. I never thought we were going to lose the game. Never started to come to grips, and there have been games I've coached before where I felt like, okay, we don't have much going here forward, so this doesn't look very good right now. And you almost start planning out your post-game speech. I felt like chances were going to come, and felt like we had a good shot at getting another goal. And we had 2 or 3 good looks, and then created the corner kick. And again, even in that moment, right, just organizing, right, getting Taylor on the ball and telling Roque and our whole back line to get in the box, and good things can happen. We already scored on a corner kick. We scored on a corner kick against them last year, and obviously Mimi made a play. Leilani challenged the ball, and Taylor served in a great ball, and then phenomenal finish. And so proud of our team. We have a really tough, resilient group.
I guess the team talked about, not being satisfied with a tie either way, even though it was a big win. What does it say about the competitivity of this team too, getting a tying goal like that, but still not satisfied?
Oh yeah, I mean, it starts with again, having the lead twice, right? Up 1-0 in the first half, up 2-1 in the second half, right? So, and we want to win the league. We want to be the number 1 team in the country. We want to win a national championship. So you want to win the game, no question, right? But then you also have to have some perspective and take away positives, and to be able to rally. That was a crazy crowd, right? And they were loud, and they were in our kids' faces and ears and all that stuff. And so, we as coaches, sometimes we're glass half empty, but you also got to find the right time to be glass half full.
How happy are you to be home and have a little bit of a stretch at home after being on the road so much?
Yeah, it's nice. We played, I think, 8 games, right, and 6 maybe on the road. All 3 of our ACC games have been on the road, so nice to be home. And I was then remembering, honestly, next Thursday we have to go to Louisville, so we're back on the road again. But it would be nice, 2 things: nice to be home for a league game, but then also nice to be home for a night game. Our kids are going to enjoy playing under the lights in front of our home crowd. Both home games so far this fall have been hot games on Sunday afternoons.
You mentioned before the Florida game too how much the rivalry meant, the fans and stuff like that, and how more it meant to you guys in some cases, the fans, about beating Florida versus where it might have ended up. Is it kind of the similar sense with Miami coming to town? I know it's a conference game, but is it kind of the same sense as well, and it being a rival?
Yeah, obviously you got the in-state thing, you got the ACC thing, and this is no disrespect to Miami, of course, but as I've learned, Florida State is a whole nother animal. Miami, Florida, yeah, it's a big deal. Miami, Florida State, yeah, it's a big deal, but maybe in football it's a bigger deal than it is in soccer. But Florida State, Miami, it matters because it's within the ACC. But beyond that, I don't know that our kids see it much more than that.
How far has Jordan come in just 8 games in the sense of getting more comfortable in the offense, being what she is, being the attacker she can be?
Yeah, she's a very quiet individual, right, off the field. Monstrous stature, right, and physicality and skill and finishing ability. I mean, you look at the second goal she scored where she just gets up and smashes it with her head, right? And she's a basketball player. She scored 2,000 points in high school as a basketball player. That's a ridiculous statistic, right? For top-level basketball recruits, that's a great statistic, So she's a quiet, shy, nice person who doesn't come in to a new world guns a-blazing. And so I think it's a combination of time, right, that has allowed her to kind of get more comfortable. And then it's some of the success that she's had that's given her a little bit more confidence. And then I think this past Sunday, she found herself in more of a central role and central position, and therefore closer to goal, which really allowed some of her skill set to kind of show itself against Carolina.
He's on the back line, Coach. It looks like you might have switched Heather and Lauren. Can you talk a little bit about that? What's going on there?
Yeah, I think a couple things. We've tried to be better about playing up our left side as much as we've been playing up our right side. And going back to Lauren's first 2 years at center back here, she was playing on that left side and really pretty comfortable open up on her left side, maybe a little bit more so than Heather. And we think Heather can be really good, and she's shown that on the right side. And so I think that's been really much pretty much the big deals. I think Ron Ey is a junior. She's a junior because of eligibility because of COVID. She has 2 years left because of COVID. She's a senior academically. She stepped up from a leadership standpoint. And she's come into my office a couple times or come to me on the field a couple times and been like, I need the ball more. I want the ball more. And so some of that is feeling like getting Lauren on that left side and her ability to open up and involve Ron up the left side is a big deal there for us.